Hello everyone and welcome back to another Madden 22 cornerback career mode episode with Tyrese Rose the third. And so, last episode, 2 losses which completely solidified us not being in the playoffs. And I mean, as you know, if you've watched the last couple episodes, that we haven't played well at all. And I mean, it's been a bad season, and somehow we weren't even last in our division. That went to the Rams, surprisingly enough. That went to the Rams. You see here though, before I continue on, we decided to put one on zone. It didn't level us up, but we decided to get our zone up there as well and not have it so far back. But like I was saying, we did not play well at all this season. We did not as a team. Ourselves, you can say that we didn't play that great. For rookie season, it was average. For a 6th round pick rookie season, it was above average, a little bit above average, I would say. But we still didn't play that great, but we picked it up. We definitely picked it up towards the end, and hopefully we can continue that. But this game here against the Seahawks means really nothing for either of us, honestly. We're both completely out of the playoffs. It's just for our dignity here, man. Our dignity. That's all we are playing for at this moment here. Russell Wilson does a short pass to his running back. You see us again with our tackling. We somehow aren't getting the tackles. I really don't understand why that is. Our tackling is just ass apparently, but I mean, I try to, at least the last couple skill points, put it on slots, which says upgrades tackling as well, but I mean, it hasn't upgraded it yet, so I don't know. I'm trying to upgrade our tackle though. It has gotten a little bit better, I would say, but I don't think that's necessarily because it's gotten upgraded, but you know, just because we've gotten used to it and how to do the right tackles and where, which again is a learning curve for me as well. Here on a 3rd and 6, after both of us score touchdowns, Russell Wilson unable to get the first down. A 4th and 1, they'll go for it, hand it off. We're not the ones able to tackle because for some reason my player didn't tackle when I pressed the button, but we stopped them on 4th down. It'll be a turnover on downs, and our offense got a touchdown after that. 2nd and 10. Russell Wilson drops back and almost picked off by Byron Murphy, man. So close. 3rd and 10. Russell Wilson finds his tight end in the middle, but he is stopped. Our offense gets a field goal after that. 17-7 with the first half about to end. He gets out of bounds though there. They have 47 seconds left. Finds the tight end again, is hit, and they'll call a timeout, trying to get points at the end of the half. Russell Wilson drops back, looks, finds his receiver. He's out of bounds. 2nd and 2. Looks in the middle, finds the receiver. Needs 2 hits to get taken down. 2nd and 10. Russell Wilson finds the receiver, but is hit well short of the first down. They'll call a timeout and get the field goal. Start of the 2nd half now. Russell Wilson goes and gets a good amount of yards on the running play. Wilson finds Metcalf, is able to keep the ball in his hands, hands it off there, and the running back just plows through our defense. And he does it again, breaks another tackle. We already know that our defense is not the best on running, and it shows here in the last couple of plays that we've not been doing that great on running the whole season. I wouldn't be surprised if we've let the most running yards get past us as they get a touchdown here, tying up the game. Our offense gives it away, and here we make a good stop. 2nd and 9. Russell Wilson looks to run again. He does. Is hit, but he gets the first. 1st and 10. Russell Wilson tries to find receiver does, and for whatever reason, my guy didn't tackle there again. That's happened a couple of times this season. It gets annoying. I have no clue if it's just because I don't lock on or what. You see us get the third down, stop right there. But they still went for it and got the touchdown. So it didn't matter. 24-17 now in the fourth quarter. Russell Wilson looked like he's about to scramble. Decides not to. Finds Metcalf and he gets a good amount of yards. 2nd and 8. Hands it off and we make a good play there. 3rd and 8. Wilson is getting chased. Decides to just throw it away. They'll get the field goal. So will we. 27-20. So we're only down by a touchdown. So we need a stop. And we don't get it there after that block. We just have to help push the running back out. It's a good amount of yards. 1st and 10. Wilson finds his tight end and we'll be there. And a big hit from us. We picked that up. But because we celebrated a bit, you see, we could have probably took it to the house. But what a hit on Disley. After that fumble, our offense did get a touchdown. We tie at 27-27. They come out, though. Russell Wilson with a big play on 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 again. Again, a big play. And for whatever reason, they read that first tackle by Byron Murphy. But as you see in this replay, it looked like it didn't even read my tackle. Like, I completely went through him like it didn't matter. And this will be a touchdown for them. See, Byron Murphy's, or not Byron Murphy's, my bad, Zaven Collins wrap up, but our hit just looked like it didn't register, and that could easily cost us the game. 34-27 in the 2-minute warning. We're calling timeouts. We need the ball. We need to stop them here on the runs. A 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Russell Wilson will keep it. We stop him though. A 3rd and 2. We need to stop him here. And he breaks away from that tackle and we aren't able to stop him. They'll kneel the rest of the way. And we'll lose the last game of the season. We end 5-12 on the season. I believe Seattle was only 6-11. Getting 2nd on our division. And then Rams just did poor. They won 3 games all season. And it's just unlucky. But we decided to take a look at the MVP race. Tom Brady wins it. And you see Kyler Murray getting 2nd, even having a 5-12 season. And Kevin Stefanski wins the Coach of the Year again. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Trevor Lawrence. Khalil Mack with a Defensive Player of the Year. And as you see down in 7th, J.J. Watt. And then Zaven Collins in 8th as well. 2 of our players getting Defensive Player of the Year nominated. You see a look at the AFC's Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Trevor Lawrence. And Justin Fields for the NFC. Zaven Collins, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Micah Parsons right behind him. And as you see, surprisingly to me, we were 8th there. 8th for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Surprised to see us on there. We take a look at our stats. We get 81 total tackles, 46 solo, 35 assisted, no sacks, 2 interceptions on the year. And you see there 8 pass deflections. We had the most on our team, 8 pass deflections. And we also ended that game with a forced fumble and a fumble recovery. And that was our season. Again, we really just picked it up at the end. We really did. And I was curious about the pass deflections. We were one of the highest in the league. And I wanted to see what was with the offense. And you see, after checking Kyler Murray's stats, it wasn't him. A 33-12 touchdown interception ratio, 4,000 yards. That's insane. We take a look at the playoffs before they play their first game. You see Bengals out, Broncos out, Ravens out, Packers are also out. Panthers win against the Eagles and Saints win against the Vikings. The next games, it's the Bills winning and the Chiefs winning, and then the Buccaneers and 49ers winning. So on the AFC Championship, it's the same as last year. Chiefs versus the Bills, Buccaneers in the NFC Championship as well. And as you see, the Super Bowl will be a repeat of last year's Kansas City Chiefs and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And surprisingly, as you see, we were in the Pro Bowl. We were selected for the Pro Bowl. Now, I definitely didn't expect to be in the Pro Bowl after this year, let alone as the first corner in the NFC nominated. I don't know. I feel like that's just Madden being Madden, but I don't think we deserved it at all. I don't think. Again, we didn't have a completely bad season. Let's be honest. It was an average season for us, but we didn't really start picking it up till towards the end. Now, for the Pro Bowl, I wanted to say that it'll just be like mainly defensive stuff. Here we make a good tackle on the run, Mixon not letting him get past us. It'll be mostly just defensive highlights, just a quick one. Because I didn't think we deserved it, being in the Pro Bowl, and because we have a move coming up. Because if you don't remember me saying, I was thinking about leaving the Cardinals, and you'll see that we decide to at the end of this episode. You see the pass deflection against Stephon Diggs. That was a little bit back in the highlights, but it was a good one. Here, big hit from Smith. Here, Baker Mayfield is almost sacked, but just threw it away just before. 21-6, AFC in the lead at the beginning of the second half. 3rd and 2, they hand it off, and we hit Mixon in the backfield. Baker Mayfield finds his tight end, but the strip fumble from Zaven Collins, our own player, makes the AFC lose the ball. And it's Mark Andrews who fumbled, one you wouldn't believe would fumble there. Zaven Collins making plays like he did for us, honestly, in the whole season. He played well for us, definitely deserved that Defensive Rookie of the Year. And Khalil Mack with the sack as well. As you see that our offense was actually bringing it back, and we made it to overtime. What a hit by Zaven Collins, jars the ball loose. We'll give you this drive. Mixon gets hit but gets the first and 10. Baker Mayfield just wide open, and my guy wouldn't tackle till he already passed me. I was spamming it. He only decided to do it when he is already past me, Mark Andrews, and here they get to the 1. They'll just give it to Mixon. He'll plow it himself, and they get the touchdown. The AFC win in overtime. What a comeback, though, from us. We were down by a lot, but we weren't able to go all the way. They'll win in overtime. And another loss. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it's another loss for the episode. But anyways, it's time to decide where we're headed to. I had a couple teams that I was looking at, but first we get to see who won the Super Bowl, and it's exactly how it was last year. Buccaneers win against the Chiefs. Hopefully next year we can change it up a bit. Let's not have those two in the Super Bowl, you know? Especially Tom Brady getting another ring. That's not what we want. But we see Brady gets the MVP. You see Defensive Rookie of the Year, Zaven Collins. But for teams that we were looking at, one being the Bengals, As you see, we were thinking we would have a solid cornerback core if we were added to that squad, especially with Phillips and Flowers on their last year of contracts. So we were looking also at the Browns. Denzel Ward and Newsome is the second to him, 11 ratings down. We were trying to build that up again. Then we have the Colts, and they could definitely have one more solid cornerback, especially with Rhodes also on his last year of his contract. Then we decided maybe the Eagles, as they were similar to the Colts with one pretty decent, well, this one being great cornerback, but not having much of the depth. So we were thinking maybe the Eagles would be a nice one to go to. We also decided maybe the Falcons, where we'd be the number one, and they didn't have a bad season. The Falcons, they were close to the playoffs, so we were thinking maybe we would be the ones to go into and help them get this. Then we were thinking the Jaguars, which in real life you may be thinking that's crazy, but with the similar thing as with the Colts, having a good one and then the depth not being there, we were thinking that the Jags could be a good spot. Packers, we were also thinking the same way, as the gap between the corners are actually a lot more than the Colts or the Jags, so that could have been a spot. Then we were also thinking the Steelers, which would be the starter of, who didn't have a bad season themselves either, the Steelers, and we were thinking maybe we could be the starter, but I don't know if we're ready for that starting position yet, so Steelers were iffy. Same with the Titans. We were thinking the same thing. Maybe we become the starter. But we will have to see. Then we have the Vikings. Same situation, except a little bit more depth than the others, with us being the starter. But Vikings lost in the first round of the playoffs as well. So we could be that one thing to push them forward. But here you see us. We demand our release. We'll say yes. It'll be our last episode as a Cardinal. And you see all our offers. We got the Bengals, Jaguars, Steelers. You see we also have the Colts. And then towards the bottom, you'll also see that our former employers, the Cardinals, wanted us back, but we were leaving them for a reason. But you also see at the bottom that one of the people we were looking at, the Vikings, which will be coming up soon, there it is, the Vikings also gave us an offer. We have 5 teams that we were looking at give us offers, and the main ones we were definitely looking at was Bengals, Jaguars, Steelers, and Colts. Then we were like, I don't know if we were ready to be the starter, so we wrote off the Steelers, and it was the Colts, Bengals, or Jaguars. Now we wrote off the Colts because they were a poor scheme fit, and as you see, we chose the Jaguars. Bengals we decided no on because, well, they already made playoffs. Jaguars didn't, but were close. They had a 9-8 record. You see, they also signed Dante Jackson, so the core for the cornerbacks are great. And you see that they think on Twitter that we were too expensive, which I believe maybe we were a little bit, but I think we can come into this Jaguar team and do what is needed. I think we could pull it off. But that'll be it for this episode. If you liked it, give it a like, of course. And if you aren't subscribed, what are you doing? If you like this Madden content, FIFA player career mode, or my Pro Clubs videos, subscribe. What are you doing? But again, if you like this content, give it a like. I'll see y'all in the next episode.
Boss shit, yeah, she say I'm the best. Felt shit, I'ma get that whole wet. Fly shit, I get high like a jet. Rock shit, you gon' feel when I flex. Line leader, yeah, they say I'm on this. Grand Reaper, so it's so for a check. I'm a vet, ain't talking no bits. Sharpshooter for the clip over nets. Boss shit, yeah, she say I'm the best. Felt shit, I'ma get that whole wet. Fly shit, I get high like a jet.